If you would like to see how these slanted fun Dutch doors come together, you know what to do. You keep it locked right here. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So we have this A5 journal from Live Love Posh with the gilded beautiful edges and pretty designs. And how gorgeous are these? So this is my morning journal, and on the days I feel like it, some days I do, some days I don't, and there is no stress or there is no forcefulness to it. So this was one of the last setups here, and I had used a whole bunch of the Live Love Posh sticker journaling kits, and I used some distress ink, so brought a forest kind of look to the pages, and these were so fun to put together. And that video is on my channel. If you have not checked that out, I will have that linked in the description. And these were some fun advanced Dutch doors, and there was this one which was a bit more of an easier one to put together, and I used stickers from the washi tape stickers, in fact from the washi tape shop. And if you like to see such creative ideas to try in your planners or journals, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and you turn on that bell notification as well, because you don't want to miss out on any of these. So I'm using some of these sticker books from Planything to have the journal a bit more stable, and I have my self-healing cutting mat, my GyroCut Pro and the normal one, and I have some of these washi tapes from the washi tape shop. So this is I have some holiday stickers. Again, I had done an advanced Dutch door earlier, and we have the holiday bloom. These are all pre-cut. This is the fireside tales, and I have the midnight Noel, and these were all, again, I used them all combined in another Dutch door, advanced Dutch door setup. And you see I have used up some of the elements, and I also intend to bring in this 12 moments, which was a slightly older one. As you can see, these are much wider. And these are individual scenes for each month of the year, and that's why it's called 12 Moments. So it's a more seasonal one. And it's really gorgeous as well. You do have some landmarks, some parks. It's a mix of international destinations and some seasonal ones. So let's get to the spread. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at all of these shops: Live Love Posh, Planything, the washi tape shop, and a few other shops. And the tweezers, the scissors, that glue tape, all of those are from Journal Say, just like that butterfly paper clip. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off. Sorry, my bad. And if there are any Black Friday sales happening, I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but if at all there are any sales happening, I will have all that information down in the description. And different sales, different shops have different dates and different deals happening. So all that information can be found in the description. And once you are subscribed to my channel, you can go to the posts tab, and I'll have a daily updated list right there, because Live Love Posh will also have their Black Friday sale starting the 24th of November. And please find all that information, because there are lots and lots of deals happening. So again, I'm not here to tell you that you need to buy everything, but just check out all the sales and deals before you decide on what you want to buy, and buy only the things that you need. And I'm using one of the washi tapes from the Pixel Dash washi set, again from the washi tape shop, and I'm trying to line it up diagonally. And I wanted to try this way of bringing in something new. And I'm just going to cut around the floral cluster that we have put down. And yeah, I was not sure whether this would work, but unless I tried, I would not know if it would or if it wouldn't. So that is coming off. That does not look nice. So let's get to the next setup. And I'm using these washi tapes interchangeably. I'm mixing all the elements and I'm looking for something that would fit into that space I'm looking for. And I do not see why I cannot combine the stickers. And it's all holiday themed, all Christmas themed. And I personally do not celebrate Christmas, but who wouldn't love some festive cheer in their journals, right? So that is why we have, yeah, let's try and, yeah, that's better because sometimes you just need to have a different orientation for the stickers and that just does the trick, you know. And I think that will be, yeah, that girl can sit right there. And that holly branch is just perfect for that space. And you see how you can have different orientations or different fun setups because the slanted one I've been wanting to try, but I just did not want to have just the waterfall tabs and then call it a day, you know. You can always start with that. Easiest ones would be that. And I'm just moving everything, all the elements, so that I can peacefully cut around the elements and we will have successfully completed our first Dutch door. So that is, yeah, that's not bad, right? Yeah, I would have been really upset if I had that washi tape still there. So that is our, if the if the cut does not go onto the sticker, I think it comes off very easily. Sometimes it just goes onto the washi tape sticker, and that's the only reason why it was not coming off. So we will get to the symmetrical aspect, and I think I would start with the other corner for the next page because I want to have another layer. Yeah, another one of those cascading elements. And that is, yeah, that's one big cluster. And I think it's just perfect. And we can bring in other elements to go behind there. And you see how I'm just trying to see how I will be able to cut around here because you don't want to end up with a mistake when you cut. So that's why I'm just making sure that, yeah, that sticker would be perfect there. But I thought, especially with that moon in the backdrop, I thought that that would be the perfect image for the last page of the Dutch door setup because I'll have one more slanted Dutch door and then I think I will be ready for the last page. So that way we will have something to look at in every page. Some of those bigger elements, I don't think we should have more than one on each page. And let's reposition this holly branch. And that just takes up a lot of space from the actual page. And some of these elements are just not there. Yeah. So that is the next element. And I think I will overlap this sticker on top of the other one because the outdoor scene, the wintry scene, is just too light on the outer edges. So I think that was better. Yeah, that definitely is better. And let me know if you have picked up any of these tapes. And the washi tape shop also has their Black Friday sale happening from the 20th to the 30th. So my affiliate link can be found in the description, and please feel free to use it because my code Priya10 cannot be used during the sales. So there is a 20% discount code that is given for you in the description. So please feel free to use that code. But again, if you don't mind, that would really mean the world. And I know that a lot of folks out there, a lot of you have really used my codes while shopping this Black Friday. And I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you who do that. Some reach out to me and let me know. Even if you don't let me know, I am really appreciative of those extra things that you do to make my day special, because some people just use the code, they don't think it is nice on their part to reach out, but I love to hear what you pick up, so I always like to listen what others love, and it's always great chatting with other folks, right? So please find all that information down in the description. And I think that is our next Dutch door. I think it's pretty much done. So let's go and trim around these elements. And then we would have another Dutch door. And I think I'm just cutting around those outdoorsy scenes. And I think we are good after that. Yeah. So matching this was a bit hard. You will see what I mean. And that is our next Dutch door, which I think came together pretty well. And let's see. Now, I think we should go ahead and start decorating the last page so that we'll have all those elements lined up beautifully. Maybe not. I think it can move a bit up depending on what elements we have. Yeah, I think that will be good. And I also wanted to bring that girl who is trying to decorate a Christmas tree. I know I have used it in my earlier spread, and I want to have a repetition here. And that was the fireside tales. Let's make sure I can put down that washi tape straight, otherwise it just does not look great. And I would like to move that a bit. Yeah, I think that's good. I wanted to try and move it a bit more to the border of the page, but I think that's good. And let's see. We have all of these stars, which can always come in as filler elements. And what else? That is, yeah, that's a tree I'm talking about. And I think we'll have it right there. Yeah, and I want that tree and the present to be sitting adjacent to each other, you know what I mean? So that was what I was hoping to achieve. And we will also have that girl who's been used a couple of times. So that's why I have to go a bit further up to get hold of the girl. So let's decorate that window. And you see how it's like building a scene or building a puzzle or anything of that sort. I mean, it's very similar to one by one, you can build all the elements. And now let us see. So you see how you can build all the layers and build the elements, and then you will see how everyone keeps wondering how it all comes together, because I get asked that question quite a lot. And let's see. We will also try and bring one of those fireplaces or the fire pits. It could be outside. I think, yeah, that could be an outdoor scene. And you can put it down like so, so that the girl can pretend as if she is right next to the fire, even though in reality she's not. And yeah, let me know how you're liking this. And if you have tried something like this, please let me know. So let's go and finish with the rest of the backdrop, or the back pages rather. And let me know if you have done some serious shopping this Black Friday, or are you still waiting on good deals, because Amazon's Prime Day sales have kicked off. A lot of small businesses, I don't know, for some reason, they've started earlier than normal. I don't think it used to be a whole week in advance, but yeah, I think changes come about every week or every year, in fact. So I'm surprised why lots more people are done with their Black Friday sales by Thanksgiving. So let me know how you're liking this, if you are finding this better, because things seem to be a bit more early, because towards Thanksgiving it's already end of the month, and then you're like hurrying to make sure that if you're picking gifts, it gets delivered to wherever it needs to on time. And if you are somebody who's looking to grab gifts for your loved ones, I think the earlier, a week earlier, I think would make things a lot easier. And let me know how you're finding it, because I know there will be actual physical stores having their Black Friday sales on Black Friday. So this year, I think it's pretty late. So because of that, I think a lot of people don't mind when it is a whole week in advance. So let us see. Let's decorate this side. And I think we need to, yeah, I think that's better fitting into the shapes. Yeah. And you see how seamless it looks, especially with all the white backing. And it's pretty thin, so you can just pretend as if there is a seamless connection between the stickers and the paper. And that's everything from the tree tapes. And I love that I'm able to add more layers, and I'm just trying to use the same stickers wherever I can. And I'm going ahead and trimming off some of the border here, because I think that does make things a lot better. So you see out there, yeah, I think that's better. And have you tried washi tape stickers? I started my journey with Amazon stickers, those washi flakes kind of stickers. And I quickly graduated to the washi tape rolls like these. And the pre-cut versions are top notch. And they are like so easy to use, because otherwise you would have to cut them out separately. And it's just a bit more laborious, and I love the result because the quality is amazing, especially with the washi tape sharp stickers. Now comes the hard task here, finding out something, some shape that would go with this particular shape. I could have, in fact, rather put that girl lying down, which was totally fine, but I did not do it. So now what do? I will have to pick some other bigger elements which would fit into that shape. And let us see. And I think the couch is a good idea, and it fits most of the area for sure. And let's see. And we have some of these. I know there are a few smaller elements here, and I'm trying to make sure there is no repetition as such, because I try to avoid it, but sometimes accidentally it does happen, and I just don't bother too much if at all that happens. So let us see. I think we can bring in these ornaments. Yeah, but I'm not sure I want that. Yeah, I think that looks like a better spot. And that can finish at the edge of the page. And that is a great addition to all the elements we have. And that is, yeah, I think those two ornaments fit perfectly there. And I'm limiting adding any more stickers to the last page. I just want to have that space, white space that's visible from the front, to be a bit filled up. That's it. And let's have one of these wreaths here. And I'm taking the scissors to kind of trim around here. Yeah, sorry, I had to go run a few errands and I'm back. So I decided to start exactly where I had stopped. And that doesn't look quite like a wreath, but I think it's fine. And don't waste your scraps, use it elsewhere. So just keeping it at that, and we will come and bring some of that extra scrap later. But as of now, I'm just saving it. Next we have, what do we have? We will have some more of the deco items, and I just don't want things to get too busy, And this was the other thing I had considered, one of those presents, but I don't think I should bring that in. So I'm just trying to bring some of those festive elements here. And I think that's enough for that white space we have. And what else? And this turned out very different from what I normally do, but I think you need to step outside your comfort zone once in a while. And I think with brighter colors, I think it would have made more of a prettier scene, but I think this was fun and festive, and so much different from what I normally do. So that's why I thought bringing in the variation in sizes also mattered. So let's see. Yeah, I think it is that stocking hanger can wait. I don't think we have space for that currently. And I will also bring some of these ornaments to fill some of that white space, those finishing touches, those last couple of ones. And guess what? We will also bring in think something like a branch would be nice, just to bring some component of green in there. Yeah, I think that was a great pick. Yeah, just a bit of an overlap in onto the ornaments, and I think we're good. We can always have some of these flower petals, and you can just sprinkle them one by one, I guess. And I think it's good. Yeah, tapes everywhere, if you notice. And let us see what can be brought in. And I think I want to use this 12 moments, and there is this washi tape that says Merry Christmas, and I think it can just stay right there underneath that star. And I think that'll be a good fit. I didn't notice at the moment that I had put it down crooked, and I had to come and fix that later. But as of now, I think I will just leave it at that. And I don't want quite those straight edges, but you will see how I just pretend as if there are no sharp edges, at least on some of the ones. So that is, yeah. So let's throw in some of the stars. And we have those stars in different shapes. And we will also come and add those at the corner there, just some sparkles, small and big. And that's something you could do, like have the sparkles in a couple of different sizes to bring in some interest. Otherwise, if it's all the same size, it is going to look very weird. So that is our first set of stars, and we will have another set just near the corners. And what else? I think I need to have some floral arrangement just near those gifts, and I think that's a good angle. And yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, so we will have just that at the corner, and we will also use that scrap to place along the edge of that sticker. So it will just pretend as if it just blends seamlessly into the page. And you will not have as much of a focus, especially with darker shades like those. I think that's a good idea. And what else? We will also have that stocking there just to fill some of that white space, which was very weird. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And I do have a good, lovely community to hang out with over there. So please definitely do that. I will have all that information down in the description. And I've done other fun setups, some advanced, some basic, very beginner friendly, and some medium difficulty level. I have a good variety when it comes to the layouts. And if you are looking for some specific sized journals to play around with, that is also available. I have journals from the B5, the Square 8x8, a good variety from Archer and Olive. So please check out all that shops. The Archer and Olive is having an amazing sale. It gets over on the 24th, 11 p.m., 11:59 p.m. Central. So you have the entire day on Monday as well, the 24th. And I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but definitely check out all the sales I have linked down below. I hope you would consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification if you haven't until now, so that you can make sure you do not miss out on any of my future videos. And please check out all the amazing spreads I have done. I have planner spreads, I have journal spreads, and I have all my setups for 2026 coming up very soon. So I'm just waiting for November to be over because I don't want to start too early and then I change my mind on certain things. So I'm just waiting for the start of December to kick off with all of that. So all that will be coming, including the journals, the lineups, the planners, everything, the setups in my reading journal update, and even the goal setting that I talk about, the one letter word, and lots of fun stuff that we all enjoy doing towards the start of a new year. And it's a fun way of discovering new brands and new content creators and new folks with lots of things that they like to experiment and incorporate in their life. So it is a fun time to join. And if you are joining me during the recent times, I think I would really like to welcome you. And I really hope you're enjoying what you see. And please find all these shops and links and codes and all that useful information you need to get hold of anything that you might be interested in and anything that catches your eye. It is all available for you. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I'm finishing some of the last bits of white space right there. And those finishing touches do pull the spread together, if you ask me. So that is kind of our spread. And I think it turned out really fun, festive, and without not too much of any loud holiday screaming. So I hope you liked it. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.